exactly what kind of a lawyer are you?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something every Marvel fan will love. 2024 gave us some great Marvel projects that got a lot of praise, but not everything hit the mark. With the new year right around the corner, it's time to get hyped for Marvel's upcoming lineup. They've got some exciting shows and movies coming our way in 2025, some we've been waiting on for ages. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's check out everything Marvel has in store for us next year. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, January 29th, TV series. The first Disney Plus Marvel series for 2025 is Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, dropping on January 29th. Originally confirmed back in 2022 and planned for 2024, it finally got its release date locked in this October. But we still have no official information about how many episodes there are in the series. It's written by Jeff Trammell, and the supervising director of the show is Mel Zwyer. The first footage was released as part of a sizzle reel for the upcoming Disney Plus releases. It showed him in his early costume, sweatpants, and a sports jersey with his web shooters connected to his backpack. It also shows him knocking out a criminal using a brick. This series will be a blend of the MCU Spider-Man's world and the aesthetic of his early comic appearances. During Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, a new teaser of the show was released, and it showed him swinging through a Spider-Man float before he was seen live streaming. It shows us that this version might have an online persona that could be incorporated into the narrative. It's going to be awesome watching Spider-Man fight crime while also managing a whole online presence. Our young wall crawler is being voiced by Hudson Thames, the one who voiced him in What If and Avengers Quantum Encounter. So it makes sense that he's taking it up again in this. The series takes place in its own universe, and it explores a new version of Peter Parker. The series will also diverge from the MCU's already established history of Spider-Man. Brad Winderbaum, an executive from Marvel, confirmed that it will go back to Peter Parker's introduction in Civil War. Instead of Tony Stark visiting him, it would be Norman Osborn here who becomes his mentor. We don't know if Osborn will be the Green Goblin in the series, but the character's appearance suggests that Green Goblin could be part of this. A version of Daredevil is also supposed to be part of this series, with his black prototype suit and his classic horned look. This series will also feature a version of Doctor Strange and Venom. Kari Wahlgren is set to voice Aunt May, Coleman Domingo voices Osborn, and Charlie Cox reprises his role as Daredevil. There's speculation that Daredevil could be like a mentor for the Wallcrawler, as the two have been friends in the comics. Other characters like Iron Man, the Rhino, the Scorpion, and Kurt Connors are also part of the series, but we still don't know who will voice them. Captain America: Brave New World, February 14th, movie. At the end of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a new chapter is announced. Sam Wilson takes up the shield and becomes the new Captain America. The fourth installment of Cap's story is Captain America: Brave New World, which follows Sam on this journey and is set to release on February 14th, 2025. The film is directed by Julius Ona, and he wrote the screenplay along with Peter Glantz and Matthew Orton. The title was initially New World Order, which was then changed to Brave New World. The team took the decision to change this because they felt that the phrase had been co-opted in the real world. This will be Sam's first opportunity to show why he is the right choice as the successor of Steve Rogers. The trailer, which has a red color scheme, introduces us to Thaddeus Ross, played by Harrison Ford, who appears as the new president. Ross hated working with the Avengers when he was the Secretary of State, but now that he has more power at his disposal, it will be interesting to see what he would do. It also confirms his transformation into the Red Hulk. In the trailer, we already see Sam struggling to live up to people's expectations. Ford's character is taunting him about how he is not Steve Rogers. The legacy that Steve has left behind will surely be a burden for Sam along the way. The trailer also gave us a look at his new outfit and the new mask he uses when he flies. The new Falcon, Joaquin Torres, joins him on this journey. Ruth Batsaraf, aka Sabra, is also a part of this film and is played by Shara Haas. The character is a mutant and also an agent of the Israeli Mossad in the comics. However, it seems like the MCU is taking a new approach with this character. A character that is returning from the Incredible Hulk is Samuel Stearns, the leader. We will finally get to see what happens to Samuel after 17 years. Tim Blake Nelson plays the character, and his appearance is still hidden in the shadows in the trailer. It looks like this version of the character doesn't have the signature big head we've seen in the comics. In the movie, Wilson gets caught up in an international incident while uncovering the truth behind a shady global conspiracy. The film seems to have gone through a lot of reshoots, which has sparked rumors of big changes. Mackie, though, says the reshoots didn't mess with the plot. Still, there's buzz about characters being cut, new ones added, and even a different ending. Apparently, in the original version of the ending, everyone thinks that Ross is dead. And in the post-credits scene, we see the Red Hulk visiting Betty. A recent plot leak reveals that this is not the case. Supposedly, the film ends with the leader and Ross locked up in the raft. The leak is something that sounds very vague and opinionated, and it was originally shared on Reddit by an account that has been deleted now. Social media scoopers are confirming that it is legit though. However, many things might have changed since it was from test screenings.
Exactly what kind of a lawyer are you?
Daredevil, Born Again, March 4th TV series. When the original Daredevil show was canceled abruptly in 2018, fans were all disappointed at the thought of not being able to see Charlie Cox's Daredevil. However, Cox's version started appearing in different MCU projects over the years. The new show, Daredevil, Born Again, is set to release on March 4th on Disney+. Dario Scardapane is the showrunner, with Aaron Moorhead and Justin Benson as the lead directors of the series. It will be a continuation of Daredevil, even though it was originally conceived as a reboot. Cox mentioned in an interview that a few years have passed since the show's finale, and Murdoch is mentally in a different place now. Season 1 of the show will have 9 episodes, and the show has already been approved for another season. Vincent D'Onofrio is set to return as Kingpin, and so are Eldon Henson and Deborah Ann Woll as Foggy Nelson and Karen Page. The other cast members include John Bernthal as the Punisher, Wilson Bethel as Bullseye, and Kamar Dillis Reyes as White Tiger. Vanessa Fisk is also set to make an appearance. However, she will be played by Sandrine Holt. In the teaser that was released, the main focus is on the relationship between Fisk and Murdoch. The two look like they are at a truce and are sitting together at a dinner. Footage from the D23 Entertainment Showcase panel showcases Muse's involvement in the story. He is a serial killer who looks at all his crimes as art. Marvel seems to be bringing Daredevil more into its universe. We see Yusuf Khan, Mrs. Marvel's father, making an appearance as he witnesses Daredevil fight criminals. Brad Winderbaum suggested that the show has a lot of politics at play. This could be a hint that Kingpin is rising as the mayor. The synopsis also points to this as it talks of him pursuing his political endeavors. Thunderbolts, May 2nd movie. Alright, let's talk about Thunderbolts. This movie is part of the MCU's Phase 5 and is set to release on May 2nd, 2025. Originally, it was supposed to drop on June 26, 2024, but it got delayed twice. First to December, then to July 2025, before Marvel finally locked in this date. The delays were mostly because of the actors and writers' strikes. Jake Schreier is directing this one, with Joanna Kalo, Eric Pearson, and Lee Sung-jin handling the script. It's based on the Thunderbolts comics, which have a pretty wild history. The team lineup is always changing, and their motivations are, let's just say, complicated. The cast was mostly confirmed way back at the D23 Expo in 2022. Sebastian Stan is back as Bucky Barnes, and we've also got Florence Pugh as Yelena, Olga Kurilenko as Taskmaster, David Harbour as Red Guardian, Hannah John Kamen as Ghost, and Wyatt Russell as John Walker. Marvel released a teaser a while ago set to Where Is My Mind by the Pixies, and it gives us a glimpse of this team of anti-heroes in action. Later, they released an extended clip that kicks off with Yelena, John Walker, Ghost, and Red Guardian being chased through the desert. Then Bucky shows up, takes down the bad guys, and eventually goes after the team himself. Looks like he'll be joining them later, but not without some drama first. The first footage of the film premiered at the San Diego Comic-Con in 2024, and the footage was screened behind closed doors. The trailer starts with Yelena reuniting with Alexei, who is also known as the Red Guardian. It also gives us an update on other team members, like John Walker, who has become a father. Feige revealed that Bucky would be the leader of this team, but that is all we know about team dynamics right now. It seems like the film will explore each character by pushing them in new directions. Bucky and Red Guardian's dynamic also looks like it would be interesting, and they seem to be bonding over their shared experience of being super soldier. All the footage we've seen supports the idea that Valentina would be bringing the team together. The trailer also shows us Valentina at a gala with Loki's scepter present. It will be interesting to see what role it will play in the movie. There are speculations that Ford could return as the Red Hulk. Brave New World confirms his transformation, and his appearance in this form would make sense. The reason behind the asterisk after the title is still a mystery. Feige revealed that the asterisk is intentional and that we must wait for the movie to know its true meaning. It doesn't seem like any of this will be clarified till the movie hits the theaters.
Ever accomplished anything iconic in life?
Ironheart, June 24th, TV series. Ironheart is a miniseries with 6 episodes that follows Riri Williams, who was first introduced in Wakanda Forever. She's a young inventor who takes on the mantle of Ironheart and draws inspiration from Tony Stark. The show was created by Chinaka Hodge and is set to premiere on Disney Plus on June 24th. The cast includes Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams, Sacha Baron Cohen, Anthony Ramos as the Hood, Cree Summer, Myrick Ross, Paul Calderon, and Manny Montana. Alden Ehrenreich has also been cast in a key role that has not been discussed. There's speculation that Sacha Baron Cohen will play Mephisto. There are also rumors that Don Cheadle's War Machine could be a part of the series, along with some characters from the Black Panther franchise too. The Hood is supposed to be the main villain of the show, but there are speculations that there is another major villain. The show's central theme is magic versus technology, so including Mephisto would be a great way to do this. It would be interesting to see the character make an appearance in the show. Williams returns home from MIT and finds herself in league with the Hood to make iron suits for herself. Footage shows her working along with him after her expulsion from college. The teaser shows her struggling to make a new suit and getting parts from the campus, leading to her expulsion. This is also followed by shots of the Ironheart armor, so I guess we'll be getting the origin story of her armor. She's already made an appearance in her suit in the Black Panther film. This suggests that the film will be about her coming into her own as a hero and not an origin story like Iron Man. The Fantastic Four, First Steps, July 25th movie. The merging of Disney and Fox has given Marvel the chance to use popular characters from Fox's Marvel movies and make them part of the MCU's timeline. The Fantastic Four are a part of this. The 2015 reboot was a failure both critically and commercially, but this team is getting one more chance. Disney confirmed many speculations when they released the synopsis of The Fantastic Four, First Steps, which was set to release on July 25th. The film is supposed to take place in an alternate universe. The setting is retro-futuristic, and it's inspired by the 1960s. It introduces Marvel's first family, and they face off against a space god, Galactus, and the Silver Surfer. The superheroes are also balancing their family ties, and it seems like this will be a character-driven story. A teaser for the film shows Reed Richards as he speaks to a classroom about science and parallel Earths. It also shows the team preparing for a space mission before acquiring their powers, so the film may explore how they got them. It will be exciting to watch if there are scenes that depict the origin stories and how these characters transform. The footage also showed us a glimpse of Galactus. However, we can only see the character's eyes as he looks through the window into a building. John Watts was announced as the director of this film in 2020, but he stepped down and Matt Shakman became the new director of this film. The cast so far includes Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Joseph Quinn as Human Torch, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Ebon Moss-Backrack as Ben Grimm, Ralph Ineson as Galactus, and Julia Garner as Silver Surfer. It was also revealed that Shia LaBeouf would be the Silver Surfer in the MCU and not Norrin Raid, who is usually the main one in the comics. The last part of the synopsis of the film mentions something about it getting personal for the heroes. There are speculations that Doctor Doom could appear because of this. It would definitely be interesting to see Robert Downey Jr. back in a different role if this turns out to be true. The Fantastic Four have been confirmed to appear in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, so it does make sense for this conflict to be introduced here. Eyes of Wakanda, August 6th TV series. The upcoming series Eyes of Wakanda is set to explore the world of Wakanda even more. It will be released on August 6th on Disney+, and it's an animated series set in the MCU. The show will have 4 episodes and will feature the Hadit Zerays, who are warriors from Wakanda. Todd Harris serves as the director of this series. It will explore Wakanda's history and how these warriors have been trying to retrieve stolen vibranium artifacts to protect Wakanda's legacy. The voice cast of this show includes Cress Williams, Patricia Belcher, Winnie Harlow, and a few others who play the Hadit Zerays. The show is also supposed to introduce someone who has been missing since Netflix's Defenders, Iron Fist. From footage and comments made by creators, it's believed that the show will take us through unseen points of time in MCU's history. This also includes hidden cities, and one such city is said to be protected by Iron Fist. The show is set on Earth 616, so it seems like the mythology we know will be explored in more detail. Maybe we'll get to see details about T'Challa's ancestry and about the Wakandans' desire to keep vibranium hidden from the rest of the world. The rest of the animated shows from Marvel have explored other realities across the MCUs. Eyes of Wakanda is the only one that is set in the main timeline. The MCU also breaks the animation style by crossing over both animation and live action. Winterbaum revealed that the show would be a huge treat to fans of the movies. Marvel Zombies, October 3rd TV series. Marvel Zombies is a show that is inspired by an episode of What If based on the comics of the same name. It's a dark tale that explores the timeline's apocalyptic version. Our beloved heroes have turned into superpowered, ravenous undead because of a plague. The show is set to premiere on Disney Plus just in time for the Halloween season on October 3rd, 2025. Zeb Wells is the writer for this show, and it's directed by Brian Andrews. This marks a new phase for Marvel. The footage of this show promises violent zombie action, and Marvel is getting into more mature content with shows like this. Another interesting thing is the appearance of Blade in the MCU. Even though it's an alternate universe, we see a snippet of him as Moon Knight, and it will be exciting to see what this means for the character. The heroes that will make an appearance in the show will be Simu Liu's Shang-Chi, Iman Vellani's Miss Marvel, Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop, Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova, and David Harbour's Red Guardian. A few Skrull characters and Black Widows are also supposed to be joining based on the art we see for the series. The series is supposed to have 4 episodes, and the showrunner, Brian Andrews, revealed that it would be hardcore. Apparently, people die in rough ways. He also promised that there would be a lot of honest surprises throughout. Iman Vellani has revealed that her character would be the center of the show. The What If episode ends on a cliffhanger with 3 survivors who are heading to Wakanda for a cure. The story will probably continue from there with a new group of survivors who are on a quest to end this plague. Wonderman, December TV series. The final show that we will look at in today's video is Wonderman, which is set to release in December on Disney+. It's directed by James Ponsoldt and Stella McGee. Wonderman, aka Simon Williams, is a character that was created by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Don Heck. He first debuted in the Avengers #9 and was initially introduced as a villain. He inherits a weapons factory from his dead father and is Tony Stark's competitor. He goes to jail after he embezzles money from his company. He gets his powers from Baron Zemo and Enchantress after cutting a deal, and he goes after Stark, who he blames. The character is seemingly dead by the end, but he's back on the good side now. He ends up as a founding member of the West Coast Avengers. But before this, he goes from being a stuntman with superpowers to an actor in LA. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is set to play the character, and the show seems to follow him as a struggling actor auditioning for a role. The role that he's auditioning for is that of Wonderman, for the superhero show of the same name. It seems like the show is a meta-narrative on superhero story. Another actor within the MCU is also a part of this, and that is Ben Kingsley's Trevor Slattery. It will be very entertaining to see how they deal with a narrative like this. He also ends up in a love triangle with Vision and Wanda in the comics, and maybe his character would add more complexity to Vision and Wanda's story if this aspect were involved. Marvelous verdict. Well, with that, guys, we've come to the end of yet another video. It's been really fun going through all these movies and TV shows with you all. 2025 really does seem like an exciting year for Marvel. Let's hope that the movies and shows turn out to be as good as they sound. So, which of these are you most excited about? What are your theories about this? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.